my heart like a quiet little guest. I used to turn away, afraid of what I'd feel. But today I open the door and let you rest, learning every shadow holds a hidden piece that's real. I pour you warm tea on a trembling day, sit beside the ache I always pushed away. You whisper softly, I came to show truth your busy mind forgot to know. Stay for a moment, tell me why you came. I won't hide from the trembling of my name. I breathe you in gently, I breathe you out slow. Every feeling teaches what I need to know. You arrive unannounced, sometimes in the rain, carrying the stories buried deep within my pain. But when I let you settle in this living room of me, I see the meaning in the things I never dared to see. Even sadness has a reason, even fear a voice, and every quiet tension is a choice. When I face what arises from inside, I learn I never had a need to hide. So knock again whenever you need. I'll let you in with patience instead of speed. For every guest comes only to show a softer way for my heart to grow.
When I look inside, I find a smaller me, hiding all the words he never dared to speak. I sit beside him gently in the quiet air, learning every fear was just a call for care. His eyes are tired from carrying the night, holding all the moments when he lost his light. I take his hand and whisper, you're not alone. I've finally come to bring you home. Let the tears fall softly, let the truth unfold. My heart is not fragile, just waiting to be told. Every piece of me is finally allowed to be, as I learn to see the truth inside of me. There's a tender ache that I used to deny, a quiet voice beneath the noise that sighs. I follow the echo to where it first began.
I unfold slowly like a morning light, every flaw and shadow turning into sight. The pieces I once hid beneath my skin now rise to show where I truly begin. All the quiet doubts I tried to erase return to me with a softer face. They whisper you don't need to behold or grow, and I learn acceptance is the kindest place to go. So here I am, softer than before, opening a small but honest door. If I can't love the parts I used to fear, then maybe I can finally hold me near. I used to chase a brighter, perfect me, a future self my heart could never be. But even broken branches learn to bloom, and even empty spaces hold their room. I meet the ache I buried long ago, let its quiet wisdom gently flow. Every trembling truth I dare to see becomes another way of unfolding me. So let the world be loud outside, I'll stay here where my shadows coincide. For even when I'm fragile, lost or small, I am enough in the middle of it all. I am nothing less and nothing more than who I am standing at this quiet door. The voices of the world grow faint behind, and slowly I return to a gentler state of mind. I welcome every feeling I try to ignore, even the ones that left me shaking on the floor. They tell me there's a reason you wake this way, and I learn to listen to what they have to say. Soft forgiveness flows through my chest, telling me I'm doing my best. And in this moment, slow and pure, I learn acceptance is the cure. I once believed I had to be strong, carry every burden, pretend nothing was wrong. But even mountains crumble in the rain. Why shouldn't I release my quiet pain? I sit with myself like an old dear friend, letting every hidden memory ascend. And as I breathe, I feel the tension fall, realizing I don't need to prove anything at all. So here I stand with open hands, letting go of impossible demands, and learning how to simply be. I finally come home to me. I take my own step on this open road, no longer carrying the weight I never chose. The voices telling me who I should be fade softly as I learn to hear the sound of me. I let the old expectations fall away, the borrowed dreams I chased day after day, and standing here with a trembling hand, I finally choose where I want to stand.
Even if I tremble, even if I fall, I rise again, answering my own call. This life is mine.
I finally see I choose the path that chooses me.
I once tried to fit in shapes that weren't mine, hiding all the parts that refuse to align. But every truth I bury starts to rise, showing me a world I never recognized.
I walk forward slow,
But the pace is true,
each shaky step a promise I renew. And as I breathe into the person I'm becoming, I hear my inner courage softly humming.
so let the world keep pulling me wide.
I'll hold my center, I'll stand inside. For every choice I make today becomes the voice that lights my way. I lost my voice somewhere in the noise, trying too hard to be somebody's choice. But now I breathe and slowly reclaim the quiet truth beneath my name. I spent years chasing what love should earn, twisting myself in ways that burn. But every flame that dimmed my light now guides me gently back to what feels right. Steady and clear, letting go of the versions built from fear. I step into the light I used to flee. This moment is where I become me. I gather the pieces I left behind, the parts of me I thought were unkind. But each one carries a story I need, a forgotten strength waiting to be freed. I unlearn the lies that made me small and rise again from my quiet fall. The truth inside begins to sing, a voice that only I can bring.
me on my chest. You sit beside me, telling me to rest.
In the quiet of your voice I finally find a tender place that eases my crowded mind.
You listen to the words I can't explain.
You hold the pieces scattered by the rain.
And in your presence, something opens wide.
A small soft room where I can safely hide.
We hold each other's day with open hands, learning how a softer heart expands. In the warmth between your breath and mine, I learned that love is how we stay alive.
When your shadows fall and you lose your way,
I'll sit beside you through the longest day.
you don't have to speak for me to see
The weight you're carrying quietly. Walk through storms we never planned, leaning on a strength we both understand. In every step we take in gentle trust, turns the fragile world a little kinder for us.
So when the night feels colder than before, knock on my heart, I'll open the door.
For in this shared and trembling space, we learn the healing shape of grace. Your light falls quietly on me, showing who I could be gently. In the space where our fears meet, we learn that broken doesn't mean incomplete. You see the parts of me I tried to hide, the trembling thoughts I keep inside. Yet you stay unafraid of what you find, and help me soothe the unrest of my mind. You teach me how to open slowly, how to stand in the truth wholly. With every step we walk side by side, I learn courage is something we share, not hide. When I lose the meaning of my day, you offer silence in the softest way, and somehow quiet next to you, the world grows lighter and more true. Your presence is a harbor in the storm, a place where weary hearts grow warm. And even in the shadows we must face, you help me see the love within this place. So when my doubts rise like waves at night, hold my hand and lend me your light. For walking together, heart to heart, is how we heal the aching parts.
I wake to a softer morning for me, leaving yesterday where it needs to be. I touch my heart with a quieter hand, learning forgiveness is how I stand. I breathe in slowly, letting shadows fade, releasing the weight of mistakes I made. The sun through the window gently shows the tender place where healing grows. Every breath is a place to begin, a gentle doorway opening in. And as I let my worried shadows free, I make a little room to simply be. I no longer rush the parts that ache. I sit with the pain only time can take. The softer I become with what I've been through, the more I learn my strength is true. I gather the pieces I left behind, offering them kindness I couldn't find. And slowly, with the patience I borrow, I learn to build a gentler tomorrow. So here in this quiet morning light, I choose myself, I choose what's right. For healing isn't something I chase, it's the love I give myself with grace.
This is the kindness I owe myself, the honest truth I kept upon a shelf. For years I walked with an empty hand, afraid to rest, afraid to understand. I sit with the parts of me left behind, holding their trembling hands in mine. I whisper you're safe, you can stay, letting the old pain slowly fade away. In loving myself with patience and care, I find the strength to fill the space that's there. The voice inside that carried blame softens each time I call my name, and every wound that once felt deep becomes a place my heart can keep. I no longer judge the things I feel. I give myself the time to heal. And in the quiet after everything, a quiet truth begins to sing. So when the nights feel heavy and long, I'll hold myself where I belong. For the love I search for in someone else is a gift I first must give myself.